Alright people, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. That way you know when I upload the next video and you'll be supporting my channel. Follow me on Twitter. Every time I upload a new video, I'll be tweeting. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Reaction. This is the insane transportation of a 17-ton magnet. Damn, that's big. By the channel RealLifeLore. Yes, another RealLifeLore video. I love this channel with your general average facts, I guess. Not so general, but still, there's no one trend to it, right? Any topic which is ridiculous, RealLifeLore is going to cover it. So it's going to be fun. Remember, if you like my reaction, don't forget to like, subscribe, so I know which type of videos to more, I guess. Check out the reaction, there's the, link in the description, check out the cards, everything, cards, and yeah. Let's watch this one.
This video is made possible by Brilliant. Learn complex topics simply for 20% off by being one of the first 200 people to sign up at brilliant.org/reallifelore. Okay, so here's a big challenge for your brain. Let's say that you're here in the town of Brookhaven in the middle of Long Island, and for whatever reason, you've got a 17-ton magnet that's 50 feet wide, and your job is to transport that monstrosity halfway across America to Chicago, way over in Illinois.
50 feet, 17 ton. Okay. 17 ton. Would be through boat, right? But is that a river going through here? Doesn't look like one. So what? They're gonna take it through the road, 17 ton, 50 feet wide? How is that going to work that long of a distance?
How would you go about doing it? Well, if you type out the route in Google Maps, you'll see that the drive is somewhere between 14 and 15 hours long. But there's a really big problem that you'll immediately notice. Transporting a 50-foot wide magnet down the suburban roads of Long Island may be difficult, but it probably becomes just about impossible when you start getting into New York City. The quickest route takes you through Queens, the Bronx, and even over the northern edge of Manhattan, while moving across two bridges, and specifically this bridge right here. The Throgs Neck Bridge only has a maximum vehicle width of 15 feet, so our 50 feet wide magnet just isn't going to make it through. That leaves very few alternative options, and these are just some of the many logistical challenges that a team of movers had to actually consider back in 2013, when this became one of the most complicated delivery operations ever attempted in the history of the United States. The customer who was wanting the magnet was a physics lab called Fermilab just outside of Batavia, Illinois, near Chicago, and they wanted it to run some of their own experiments on a particle called muons. Of course, they could have just built their own magnet, but that probably would have ended up costing them around $30 million. And luckily for them, there happened to be another lab over in Brookhaven that had built the exact magnet that they needed back in the early 1990s, and it had been sitting dormant, collecting dust, and doing totally nothing for the past decade. So, in theory, if they could manage to transport that magnet from Brookhaven over to their lab in Batavia for less than $30 million, well, they'd come out ahead and save some money. The stage was all set, but moving a giant magnet halfway across the country came with numerous complications of its own, like whether to drive it, fly it, or ship it on a boat. Regardless of whichever option they chose, in order to transport the magnet, the movers would have to be extraordinarily careful, because even the slightest twisting or flexing of the inner coils inside of the magnet by even a few millimeters would have been enough to cause severe damage, which would have ruined the magnet forever and basically wasted the entire effort in moving it.
Few millimeters of flexing, holy shit, that's like nothing. So I guess you can't take it from road, right? Roads can be problematic if you want to do something like that. Boat is the only answer. So they have to find a water route, right? If there is no one, they have to, I guess, go across long distance, even if they have to transport it. There is no other option. Through road is impossible. There's many, I guess, variables there that could cause problem. Few millimeters.
For these reasons, both FedEx and UPS refused to help out with the move, transporting the magnet directly across.
Few millimeters. Our packages get banned by, I guess, inches and feet, let alone millimeters. So yeah, we're not gonna do that.
Across the land the entire way was ruled to be too risky and too inefficient, while transporting it in a plane was ruled to be too expensive and also pretty risky. That left transporting it by ship, and so, after a lot of intense planning sessions,
Yeah, I guess landing can be an issue, right? Landing could be just enough to, I guess, cause damage to the magnet. And I guess they have to have a massive cargo plane to put 50 feet magnet in it. Damn.
Of doubt, and with the support of all kinds of agencies and specialty moving companies, the final moving plan was eventually set into motion on the morning of the 22nd of June, 2013. At first, the ring was
They took it from the truck? How did that work, man?
carefully moved out of its old laboratory site in Brookhaven and loaded onto a specially adapted flatbed truck. At the same time, the movers attached a 45-ton special metal apparatus to it to keep the magnet as flat as possible and to protect it from any damage. From there, the flatbed truck carried it very, very slowly along the highway to the nearby Smith Point Marina, where it was then loaded up onto a waiting barge by a ludicrously massive crane. And from there, the barge spent about a month at sea carrying the magnet all the way down the east coast, around the tip of Florida, across the Gulf of Mexico, and then towards Mobile, Alabama. And as ships have done in North America for centuries, the barge entered the Mobile River and sailed it all the way up towards the main path of the Mississippi River, and then sailed that all the way up to the Illinois and Des Plaines rivers before finally arriving at the port of Lamont, Illinois, which is incredibly only a 37-minute drive away from the Fermilab complex over in Batavia. By simply carrying the magnet on a truck for a few miles in Long Island and then transporting it on a barge from there, the team had managed to get the magnet nearly the entire way after only about a month. From here, another ludicrously massive crane took the magnet off of the barge and onto another specially adapted flatbed truck. While under normal circumstances, it does only take 37 minutes to get from the port.
What the f? Cause look at that, how close it is from the bridge. This is fucking risky. Oh my god, the stressfulness during the transfer would be ridiculous to the driver, to these people. Like, watch it, watch it. This is not some furniture you're transporting. This is a fucking costly magnet.
To the research lab, the truck drove the magnet at a snail's pace, and it took more than 3 consecutive nights of driving all to travel a distance of just 32 miles. That is an average pace of just 10 miles a day, and so, had they used trucks to drive the magnet the entire distance over land, it would have probably taken them at least 90 days to accomplish. Instead, the whole journey only took the team 35 days to pull off over an adventure by land and sea across more than 3,200 miles, finishing at the end with a more than 3,000-person party to celebrate the giant magnet's newfound home and successful trip. The magnet was eventually installed within the new lab in 2016, and it became operational once again in 2017, after nearly 16 years of remaining totally dormant. And the new data taken just this year from the magnet is already indicating that there is compelling new evidence of brand new physics yet to be discovered. It is challenging scientists and researchers across the world to come up with bold, new theories, and it's pushing our society to ever greater heights. Now, after watching this, maybe you're wondering how magnets and electricity actually all work. Before I made this video, I really had no idea either, and that's why Brilliant is here to help. To make learning concepts in STEM.
Yeah, people, go to brilliant.org/RealLifeLore and support this channel. Damn, the transportation of this gigantic magnet. I mean, there are many videos people have made about gigantic transportations, right? Which is ridiculous to see how they slowly take from the trucks, constantly guiding, and then through the boat, and it's just, you know, awesome to see every time how people pull off these things, because those are just gigantic distance. How the fuck we're gonna take 50 feet 17-ton magnet to there and just like, okay, let's solve the problem? No, not that, okay, that's not possible, build your own shit. No, let's solve the problem. They went all the way past Florida, and from there they just went inland. That was great. Right, people, that was the insane transportation of a 17-ton magnet by the channel RealLifeLore. If you liked my reaction, don't forget to like, subscribe, check out the reaction, there's a link in the description, check out the classic with the cards in here. I'll see you next time.